Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have questions. If you ever have any question, you could come and join us in this corner where we have all the debates and the don'ts and do that. Okay? So please come and join with us at any time, pose your question, and then we will give your answer.
I'm here with Pastor Peart. Now we're going to ask him a couple questions. The first one would be entertainment. What do we do for entertainment when we join the church?
Thank you, Brother Ryan, for bringing up that question. There are lots of things that we could do for entertainment. In the church, it is not boring as people think. Church is a fun place where people go. We have a lot of entertainment, so we are not a bored set of people. People think we are just straight and we do not have fun. But I would like to let you know that fun is in the church wherever you go. We have different entertainment, like we have our concerts that we go to, just like how the world would go to their party.
So do you think going to the club or to the bar is okay at the beginning of your journey with Christ?
I would not say yes. It's a yes and no. It all depends on the state of your mind. If you're a young Christian and your mind is not fully grounded, then I would say no, because you could get led away.
So for somebody like you who's been with Christ for so long, right, and teaches the word, would you be okay in that environment?
Well, I would say yes, because I have a strong will. And having a strong will, I know what the word is saying, what we should do and what we should not do. So that in that environment, I could see myself even evangelize in that area, and that would be pretty good for me.
So clubbing, once you develop a stronger will, then you could be in that environment. But at the beginning stages, you should study more and get stronger with Christ. Now, I heard food is a next thing when you join the church. Can you explain a little bit about that? What type of foods do we have to cut out, or what type of foods do we are allowed to eat?
When we look into Leviticus chapter 11, it indicates to us and it teaches us, it's a dietary law, and in that it tells us what we can eat from what we cannot eat. So as we go into our fish, it tells us that we should not eat any shellfish or any fish without scales. We should keep away from that. It is very important for us. Any fish that doesn't have scale, and the fish that is named here in the Bible in Leviticus 11 is a sea creature that cleans the ocean. So we have to be very careful when we do that.
Now, what is the splitting of the hoof or the chewing of the cod? What part does it play in choosing your food?
Well, the Bible states that in Leviticus 11 that if the hoof is open but it doesn't chew its cud, it's unclean. And we see like the pig, and it have an open hoof, but it doesn't chew its cud. So it's not good for us to eat. And it's a scavenger that cleans the earth. So we should not get ourselves entangled in meat like that.
Okay, so we got food of the land. Now we got the air, the food of the air. So what? I know chicken's the one we could eat, but what else do we eat alongside chicken?
Well, there are other things that we could eat. That's clean, but it also tells us that the one that we should not eat. We have the owl, we have the pelican, and we also have a few of them that we should not eat because
Like the ostrich,
the
the eagle.
eagle, and all those things. The owl. We should
What
not.
about the duck?
Yes, and thank you for mentioning that. The duck, as we look on it, have a closed hoof. It spreads around that it just floats on the water. That's something that we do not eat, and it also cleans. As you notice, it eats anything that it catches. So we should not eat the duck.
Okay, and another important one would be the animals of the sea. What are some of the ones we could eat? What makes it a good fish or a good service, something of the sea that we can
Well, as you notice that we like to eat snapper and
Yes.
salmon. Those are some fishes that we could eat. Those are clean fishes. The unclean one, we have the lobster, the crabs, and the shrimp. Those are things that they use their body to secrete the ocean or the water. We should stay away from those at all times.
Okay, so what is it about the scales on the fish or the fins on the fish? How does that play a part?
Well, any fish, the Bible said that any fish that does not have a scale and fins, we should not eat it. We have the kingfish, which one I haven't seen any scale on it, so we should keep away from the kingfish. We have the crabs. They just have shells, so those are things that we should not eat.
And I guess along with the shrimps and
Yeah, shrimps. And
okay, what about something like an octopus?
Stay away from that. Stay away from that. We have the octopus, which we should not eat. So, as it relates, we should stay away from. I know that many people love kingfish because it's much easier to eat. What do you say about that?
Yes,
Much easier to eat.
less bones.
Less bones, and the flesh is no small bones. It's something that we just eat right away, and without any hesitation. It doesn't specify here that we should eat it because it has no scales.
All right, that kind of clears up some of the food. There's one more part of food, but we'll stay away from that one for now. Let's say, okay, just joining the church. I guess dating would be an important part, right? How do we go around dating? Are we allowed to date, or is it like what most people say, marriage before dating, or marriage comes first? How do you look at dating in the church?
Yes, I strongly believe that one should date, but even though we are dating, we're not prohibited to having sexual intercourse. We do not know that one. Some people date for months, years, and they end up not marrying to that person. So I would strongly recommend it that dating is to see if the person is compatible to you. And if you really like the person, and from there you could pursue your relationship. But as for dating and as for having, sexual intercourse, just sexual intercourse doesn't make you love.
All right, so dating's permitted. I think one of the main thing when you date is always knowing that God is first, right? You're following God, so it's not following the flesh, but living with God's word, right? And it humbles you, and it helps you take your time to find the right person. So overall, dating is okay, but it has its limitations.
Absolutely. And it's the way how we date and how we look in dating. What are we looking for? So then we have to look into a person to see the quality of the person. We're not looking for outward beauty, we're looking for inward beauty. So then as we continue to date, then we would see that this person would be compatible to you.
So if we're dating and we just started in the church, is it fair to say it's good to date in groups or with a chaperone or anything towards that?
Absolutely, Brother Ryan. I think that the Bible states that we must shun the very appearance of evil. Not that the person that you're dating is evil, but there are certain things that will draw you. Temptation. Thank you very much. And as you go around that person, you have to be careful what you do, because it could lead to something else. And we do not want to get into temptation. So we should stay away from temptation.
Well, thank you very much, Pastor Pierre. Once again, can you give a shout out to your church and where it's located?
Well, I would say shout out to all those who will be listening to this program today. We are located at 22 Abbey Road, that's Nanud, Highway 10. We worship there every Saturday from 11 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. Come on down and worship with us. We provide lunches, and as we're talking now, we are also eating it. And we eat the word, we eat the food, and we also eat the word. So come on down and worship with us. You will see how good it is when you come together one with another to talk about God and to know and to find a relationship with Him. You'll know how sweet it is.
Thanks
Thank
again.
you.
Well, thank you for watching. We have questions. Please like, share, and subscribe, and please leave a comment of this episode. Anything you'd like to ask, or we'll try our best to answer. Thank you very much.